Good morning, Libra friends. Anastasia here with your reading for Monday, July 3rd. Um, Last night, my reading went for too long, I believe, but it was a weekly reading, so I don't feel as bad. But this morning is just going to be a short one. And before I start, it's going to be a little different, okay? So I want to discuss the full moon. So the full moon happened for us here in the central time zone at 6:30 this morning. So it was building up all through the night. Here on July 3rd at 6:30 Central Time in the morning, around 6:30, we had the full moon, which is kind of sad because you couldn't really see it because the sun already went up, right? But I did observe it a little bit last night. It is the full moon in Capricorn right now. And it's supposed to be called the buck moon, I believe. I looked it up last night because this position of the moon is supposed to be the closest to the earth. So we actually will probably feel, or you are feeling the effects of the moon right now strongly, and like yesterday and today and maybe tomorrow, you probably will feel more intuitive, more spiritual, more emotional, all the different mysterious effects of the moon, right? A little bit about the moon. The moon goes through all of the zodiac signs, I believe, in 28 days each month. So it's like the feminine cycle of 28 days. It's very much the same as the moon cycle, right? So basically each month the moon goes from Aries to Pisces, right? Through all the zodiac signs. Well, right now it's in Capricorn. And Capricorn is a very earth energy, very grounded, very practical kind of energy. But I wanted to set aside tarot, and I wanted to kind of use this Moonology Oracle card deck as a guide to learn what the full moon in Capricorn means for us right now. This deck is by Yasmin Boland. I'm not gonna randomly draw cards today. I'm just going, I found two cards that relate to the full moon, and I'm going to just read a little bit about them. So the full moon is kind of like a mid-cycle for the moon, right? And this is the time where things come to a climax. And so the goals that we set for ourselves in the beginning of the moon cycle, like the new moon, this is kind of the midway point, and you're seeing whether you have any results from your manifestations. This is the time to see results, and what happened and what didn't happen, and what you need to still work on. And this is also a great time to surrender to the divine, things that you cannot accomplish by yourself, you know. I mean, divine is always helping us no matter what, but things that you no longer want, things that are a baggage that you're just carrying and it's not serving you any good. So on the full moon, the 3 days around the full moon are a very good time to just quiet yourself and tell the universe, okay, I surrender. This is no longer my problem. You take a problem like perhaps you have a financial issue or a health issue, and you kind of state to the universe, please take this over, help me resolve it. It's no longer my responsibility. Basically, you want to surrender this to the divine, right? Okay, and then the full moon in Capricorn is the end of a tough cycle approaches. This is a really good indication for us, isn't it? For a lot of people who have gone through very long, grueling cycle in their life, or in the past month, this is a good indication that that cycle, the tough cycle, the end of it approaches. Okay, there's going to be a big climax, a release of that negative effect. Okay, let me see if I can read more about that. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. Let's see. Let me find that real quick. Okay, I'm reading from the little booklet that came with the deck. How hard are you willing to work for what you want? Typical Capricorn, right? Capricorns work really hard. This card is reminding you that effort is required. Work issues may be about to come to a head when this card comes up. If you are wondering if you should stay in your job or leave, this card can be a strong sign to make an exit. Wow. The end of a rough time is forecast. This card also asks you to consider how ambitious you are and whether you're prepared to pull out all the stops to make your professional dreams come true without being ruthless. With a love question, this card can be a call to face reality. Whatever situation you're asking about, making a plan will help. If your personal life is troubled, prioritize it more. So the main meanings of this card are: a professional project may be ending now. Admit if you have been overly hard-headed or hard-nosed. Find a balance between your personal and private lives, and it's time to stop fearing the worst. Okay. The full moon in Capricorn has a very strong work ethic and energy, and will more than likely come up when you are asking a professional question. If your question is about another matter, it will serve as a much needed reminder to move through any feelings of hopelessness you may have been feeling about your situation, and this applies to no matter when you draw the card. Making a plan is a far better use of your time. All right, so something is ending. Perhaps one job is ending and you have an opportunity to start another, or one role is ending, you have an opportunity to start another. Okay, my cat is trying to enter the scene. Okay, phew. Crisis avoided. All right. So just keep that in mind for this full moon time that we're going through right now. And if you are like me, the full moon is a difficult time for me. I cannot sleep at night. So last night was a rough one. Kept me up for no reason whatsoever. Hopefully you had a better sleep last night. Okay. All right, first of all, let's draw 3 cards from a tarot deck. Just 3 cards for today. Let's make it simple. And then we will draw a card from a Star Codes Astro Oracle deck that I like. Learn a little bit about astrology today. Okay. This is for my beautiful Libra souls out there who are seeking advice today, who want to stay in the right path, who want to start a new path, or for anyone who's just working hard and would like to know what the advice is for today. Please guide us to our highest good and the good of others and the harm of none. Thank you. All right. What do Libra souls need to know today that would be very beneficial for them? Thank you. can hear the traffic close by. People are going to work maybe today, even though it's the 3rd of July. I have to work today too, but I don't feel that bad about that, so we're good. Okay, what does Libra need to know? Oh. One more card for Libra, please. One more card. What does Libra need to know? Alright, dear Libra, let's look at the cards. The 6 of Swords. The 9 of Wands. We've been getting this card a lot. And the 3 of Pentacles. Okay. The 6 of Swords is telling us to once again surrender to the divine and leave behind the mindset that doesn't serve us anymore. Leave behind the situation that turned sour. See how they are on a boat and they are like refugees. Think of refugees. They leave everything they have behind, their country behind, and they just want to get to safety, okay? And there's somebody here leading them to safety. So there may be somebody coming into your life, or you already have that person in your life, but they will be helping you transition to something better in life. This could be, you know, this is air energy here. So a lot of it has to do with your mind and thoughts, and maybe perhaps you've been stuck in the negative for a while and you're just now leaving towards the brighter future. You're leaving that negative baggage behind you, and you're like, no more negative thinking, right? So I'm moving on, moving towards the dawn, towards the light, the good, better times. And so they don't have much with them as far as baggage, luggage, as far as personal belongings, but they know that, and they hope that the future they're heading to is going to be much better for them. Okay. And they're bringing the knowledge that they do have, an experience they do have with them. So makes me think, if you have learned some lessons, like this full moon, right? It's a time for surrendering and leaving behind things that we cannot solve, things that we cannot, they don't serve us anymore, leaving behind the negative, surrendering it to the universe, and then moving on to better times. This is the card that kind of describes that. And in the process of doing that, you will be feeling tired and perhaps a little hurt, but you have accomplished all these wants, all these things in your life, and you know, you are defending all that you have earned hard, and standing your ground. You today perhaps will be feeling a little tired and on the defensive side. Have to be persistent and do not give up today. Sorry guys, that's my cat playing with stuff on the deck. And the 3 of Pentacles tells me that this whole situation may be about work, maybe about work. You are mastering either you are mastering a skill and you are working in cooperation with others. See how he is showing off his skill to the other two people, or perhaps they're discussing it, working on the project together. So this is, I believe this is very much work related. You are leaving behind maybe one role and moving on into another that requires, you know, extra work, extra cooperation, putting extra effort in to your to mastering your new skill or your skills and expanding, because number of three is a progress and expansion. So it could actually have to do with a promotion, you getting to work on a bigger project, on a bigger team, or just something that is new for you. So it could be related to a job transition. And you may be tired, you may be feeling tired, but you're still going for it. It's kind of like you don't have a choice. You know you have to move on to something new and better. All right. And it may mean for some of you that you're working with people, with new people, cooperating more on a project together. All right, Libra, that was a quick message for today. And as I promised, we're going to do the one card from the Star Code Astro Oracle deck. This is what it looks like. All right. Let me just shuffle that again real quick. Okay. This is for Libra souls. For Libra souls. What do the stars tell us? What do the stars tell us today that's important for us to know, please? What do the stars have to tell us today? Thank you, thank you, thank you. What does Libra need to hear? Let's do one card at a time. Gemini, cross-pollinate, 3. Oh, my cat just walked under the table and shook everything. Okay, we've got another 3. Let's read about it. Cross-pollinate. It's a pretty card. There's some bees on it. Gemini. Let's read. With its symbol of a pair of twins conversing, Gemini asks us to weave a web of connections and build networks with humor and all forms of communication. This mutable air sign is ruled by Mercury and is connected to the lungs, shoulders, hands, and nerves. Gemini's purpose is to disperse ideas like milk thistle on the spring winds, cross-pollinate ideas like bees buzzing over the flowers. All right. Action. Words are at the heart of the issue you are facing, and not just any words, but real dialogue. If you feel tension in a situation, see what is blocking the lines of communication and open that aperture. Listen to the grapevine and cross-pollinate. Gather and share information. Bits of truth may float in on gossip. Explore social media, sound bites, and any other way to get the word out. Talk to people as they are your siblings, true equals. If something is bothering you, find a place to unpack it, get it on the table, and take a good look. Then talk it over in depth with a friend or a therapist, or write in your journal. Trust the process of self-expression to help get to the root of the problem. However, assume anything you say will be repeated. Gemini scatters seeds, is not concerned with privacy or individuality. Okay. Gemini's gift is an open mind and a sense of universal siblinghood. We are all in this together. The soul knows how to find itself back to equilibrium. So help the unexpressed feelings, persons, and elements within the community be heard. Okay. So the community that was mentioned here, and just talking to a professional or talking to people, it kind of reminds me of this card, because you are, communicating with other people, you're working together. So if this is something where you are struggling with negative energy, or you need some kind of personal emotional issue, it could be a good time to talk to a therapist about it, or some other spiritual leader maybe, and discuss that. So work with another professional. For me, sometimes this card comes up when I need to work with several professionals on my health issue, like maybe I need to see a couple different, like a chiropractor and a spiritual healer. So it's kind of like work with several people to resolve your issue, okay? And so it kind of rings true with this card, Gemini cross-pollinate. So reach out to different people perhaps for to discuss your issue, communicate, release that baggage by talking it out with somebody, okay? I think that's a really good advice. Let's see, do you have anything else for us, please? Anything else for Libras, please, today? July 3rd, thank you, thank you, thank you. Nope. Okay. That's pretty good. Oh, there's another one. Tension. Square, semi-square, quincunx. I don't know how to pronounce this word. It's an astrological term. So there's some tension. Are you going to Are you going to face some tension today? Okay, life is a workout. This phase needs juggling, muscle building, and the careful coordination of competing needs. You may feel pulled between one path or another and pushed to make a decision, but with some fancy timing and rhythm, you may be able to do it all. Working with people who have diverse mindsets, skills, and backgrounds can be challenging, but in the long run, these collaborations prove most productive and enriching. Find points of ease, the few things everybody agrees on already, and build out from there. Honor difference and expand. So, some tension perhaps at work maybe, and you need to talk it out with people. Once again, there's a lot of communicating today with other people and resolving issues, talking it out loud. Okay, So working with people who have diverse mindsets, skills, and backgrounds can be challenging, but in the long run, these collaborations prove most productive and enriching. Okay, let the situation become a mandala created by the interlacing elements that at first glance may not look like they go together. These apparently clashing pieces can round each other out and create a beautiful symbol of wholeness. Take this image into your psyche and use it as a pattern of interaction. Take this opportunity to build strength and learn to reconcile the conflicts within. When you can resolve internal conflicts, it is easier to resolve external ones. And you are dealing with internal conflicts and leaving behind things that negative thought patterns that are not good for you, right? And it's a tiring process, and but you can do it. Don't give up. All right, so today may be a little bit of a challenge. It is a Monday after all, you guys. Okay, and let's see, Libra. What would be the outcome for today? One more card. What would be the outcome of this beautiful July 3rd, please, for Libra souls? Thank you. Page of Pentacles. This is you learning something new. This is you learning a new skill, a new job, a new process. You are nurturing your new opportunity. Okay, you have it in your hand and you're putting work into it. You are planting the seeds. You're learning something new. You're practicing. It's like an apprenticeship also. So you are in the early stages of planting seeds of this new opportunity that you have. So this is a good sign, because at the end of the day, all of these internal struggles and release that you are doing will lead you to, once again, a new opportunity that you are following now. Okay, that you're going to have to work hard on that. It's an earth sign. It's like the moon in Capricorn, Capricorn earth sign. So this page of Pentacles is very hardworking and patient, but it's if out of all the pages in the deck, it's the page that is most prepared to take on the task. Okay, so you've got this. Whatever you're doing, you've got this. All is well, Libra, all is well. All right, and I believe that will conclude our reading for today. I hope you have a wonderful Monday and enjoy the rest of your week. Love and light to you all. Stay blessed. Thank you. Bye.